This cryptocurrency is saying if you invest $1,000, they're going to pretty much give you back $779,851 in the next 365 days. Let's dive into how you can participate and if it's even legitimate. So let's get right into it. First things first, what is it? So the token in question is Wonderland, and Wonderland, aka time for the symbol or the ticker, whatever you want to call it, is on the Avalanche network, on the Avalanche chain. So getting access to it is a little harder. You got to jump through some hoops, and actually getting AVAX into your wallet can be a little difficult if you don't know what you're doing. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through everything: what Wonderland is, how to link up an AVAX wallet with Metamask, and how to get AVAX into your wallet, and how to buy time and start staking it. So I'm going to cover everything you need to know from A to Z. So with that being said, what exactly are the numbers? How does this work? So currently right now, time is trading at, and time is the actual native token of Wonderland that is promising 73,000% APY. So annualized percentage yield, aka it's like putting your money into a savings account and what the APR of the actual savings account is offering you. So I'll open that in just a second. But as you can see, each token is around $9,737. But if we were looking at the price around 180 days ago, we can see it's at around 723. Now that's some impressive growth. So right over here, if you were to put in $1,000 at today's value at 9,700, we can see that in a single year, it would yield you $779,000. And in about a month, it would yield you roughly $1,834. So that would literally be a 71% ROI on your initial investment. But here's the thing, it compounds on itself every single day. So you can see the growth goes from 1.82% on the first day to 13.48% in the first week to 71.94%. And then over the year, it's 72,962, which if we look at it currently right now, we can see that it's at 72,327, which again, it fluctuates. It was at 68,000, then it was at 73, now it's at 72. However you slice it, these returns are astronomical. So with that being said, it compounds on itself for exponential growth. Now, what is Wonderland? Why are they paying out so much? Well, Wonderland is the first decentralized reserve currency protocol available on AVAX, the Avalanche network, based on the time token. Each time token is backed by a basket of other tokens, of other assets, if you will, by MEMO, time AVAX liquidity tokens, liquidity pool tokens, in the Wonderland treasury. So in their treasury, aka the time treasury. So giving it an intrinsic value that it cannot fall below. Now, what's the point of Wonderland? So the goal of Wonderland is to build a policy-controlled currency system native to the AVAX network, which the behavior of that is the time token, essentially. So in the long term, they believe this system can be used to optimize for stability and consistency so that time, the time token, can function as a global unit of account and medium of exchange currency. In short term, they intend to optimize the system for growth and wealth creation, essentially. So how can you participate exactly? Well, you can either mint new tokens, or you can go ahead and stake your tokens, which we're going to be focusing on staking because it's a lot easier and a lot more cost efficient if you don't have a massive budget. So how can I benefit from Wonderland? How can anybody benefit from Wonderland? Is the main benefit for stakers comes from supply growth. The protocol mints new tokens, new time tokens from the treasury, the majority of which are distributed to the stakers, aka individuals like myself and you who are looking to stake. Thus, the gain for the stakers will come from their auto compounding balances. Like I said before, the compounding effect here. So this quote from Big Old Daddy Warren says, "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who has it and understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it." So long story short is we're looking to profit off of compound interest off of the time token as being a staker. So as a staker, what you need to understand is the gain for stakers will come from their auto compounding balances, which we just said, though price exposure remains an important consideration, right? So that is if the increase in token balance outpaces the potential drop in price. So last but not least, the founders are anonymous, but it is a fork of the Olympus DAO on the Avalanche network as well. And the Olympus DAO is pretty big, if you will. So the question becomes, is Wonderland safe to ape into and pretty much take a second mortgage out on your house and put everything you own into there? No, it's not actually. It's the DeFi space. Anything can happen, okay? So limit your exposure, limit your risk to new protocols like this, especially on chains that aren't necessarily proven to stand the test of time yet. Now, given we can have an argument here with different chains, but we see something like Ethereum that has already stood the test of time, and a lot of projects are being built on there. However, we have a lot of other chains that are just seeing a massive rise, like Solana, that are providing some incredible utility, and AVAX is one of those chains that are up and coming and are going to make a massive move. So projects like Wonderland that are being built in the DeFi space on top of the Avalanche ecosystem are going to boom. And so this project, I actually really like this project on how it's turning out after reading everything. But how exactly do you get involved? Let's dive into it. Now the fun starts is when we start staking time and how to do that. I'm going to walk you through it step by step, but there's a few things you're going to need. Number one is you're going to need Metamask. And number two is you're going to need access to some sort of exchange or maybe a credit card to go ahead and buy Ethereum, because we're going to bridge Ethereum over to the AVAX network once we go ahead and link it up. Then we're going to go ahead and proceed to buy time. And I'll show you how to do all of this all the way from buying it to staking it essentially. So first thing is first, we're going to need Metamask. Make sure that you're using Google Chrome. If you want to stay safe and just have this wallet only linked to time in Wonderland, you can click on this little person icon and just click add. And as you can see, I have different profiles for different Metamasks, so different wallets. So you can go ahead and add a Metamask. And what you're going to do on your Metamask is inside of here, you're going to send yourself some Ethereum. Now, you can send yourself Ethereum from Coinbase or Binance, or if you really want, inside of MetaMask, you can go ahead and click this little buy option, and you can use Wire or Where. I don't really know how to pronounce that, but you can continue here and use your credit card. I think it's up to $500, whatever it is. If you don't know how to transfer Ethereum from an exchange to your MetaMask, just run a quick Google search. It takes less than 2 minutes, maybe even a minute. It's super simple. You don't need to do anything special. However, we need to add in the AVAX network, the AVAX chain, inside of MetaMask for this to work. So what you would do is you'd open up MetaMask, like right over here. You see where it says Ethereum mainnet at the top. You'd click that, click custom RPC. Now this information is going to be in the description, or you can run a Google search for MetaMask Avalanche network and just grab the information on how to link it with MetaMask. But this is the exact info from their website. So the network name, you'd go ahead and just put Avalanche Network, RPC URL, exactly what I have there, ChainID, exactly what it is, symbol, and Explorer, and you'd click Save. And what you have after you click Save, it would appear as Avalanche Network, and this is what you would have right over here. Now, what exactly do you do in order to have AVAX in here, time, what is MEMO, and why do I have wETH.e? Great questions. So first thing is first, in your Ethereum wallet on your MetaMask, again, the same one we just installed Avalanche chain on, you want to make sure you have some Ethereum in here. Now, it can be however much you want to go ahead and use to bridge over to AVAX so that we can get some time. So first thing is first, once you have your Ethereum in here, I'm going to go ahead and just put in $100 extra so I can show you how to do it with $100. So I just sent myself an extra $100 to this wallet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to bridge.avax.network, and this is going to allow me to bridge my Ethereum over to AVAX with wETH in the AVAX network. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and change this where it says 1 inch to Ethereum. And I'm just going to send myself, however, the $100. You can click max to send it all, but I would suggest leaving some in there for gas fees. So what you're going to do is you're going to just leave this as is to Avalanche, available balance of wETH, and then you're just going to click transfer. So it's going to ask you to approve this, and the gas fee, of course, is ridiculous for $15, and it's going to go ahead and start the actual bridge. Now, here's what you need to do in order to make sure that the wETH shows up in your Avalanche wallet. So now let me show you exactly what to do and how to add the token to your Avalanche wallet. So the transfer is successful, but how do we see the wETH? Well, pretty simple. You can actually search on Google right over here like I did, wETH.e, click on traderjoexyz.com. You'll be taken here and then you'll see this. The token address is right at the top, so I'm going to copy it. It'll also be in the description if you need it. You can open up your MetaMask, go to your Avalanche network wallet over here, go to the bottom, just click import tokens and paste that in. And you can see it's already been added, but that'll be your wETH, so wETH, and you'll see the balance over here. So that's how you add in this particular token so you can see the balance. Same thing with Wonderland, or time in this case. You'd go to something like CoinGecko or the description where I have the official address, but you can check this all yourself. You'd go down and you'd look for where it says contract. you would just click to copy right next to the MetaMask logo, or you can click the MetaMask logo, but for me, it didn't work for some reason. So I just click copy on the contract, go back to MetaMask, make sure I'm on the Avalanche network, click import tokens, paste in the address, it's already there, and it would just say time. Just click import, then you'd have your time, and there you go. So there's another one called MEMO, which we'll talk about in just a few seconds once I show you exactly how to go ahead and stake this. So first thing is first, what you would do is you'd head over to Wonderland.money. So Wonderland.money, and you would just click on enter app. So here's the staking platform, and you can go ahead and mint, but we're just gonna focus on the staking platform. So first things first, how exactly do we get time to stake? So we're gonna hover over time up here and just click buy on Trader Joe. So we're going to be taking a Trader Joe, and it'll appear with this message, a token imported. Just click I understand, click continue. And at the top right over here, we have it says AVAX, but we don't want to use our AVAX balance. However, if you don't have an AVAX balance, what you would need to do is the following, because you need AVAX to go ahead and pay the gas fees. You would just click switch, and then right over here, you would just pick ETH. It would show warped ETH here. You'd click here, and let's just say you want just a few dollars for fees, because fees aren't expensive. So I only put $100 in. So I'd probably do 0.00, let's just go 0.03, right? So give it a second because it says insufficient liquidity, but it'll be fine. Just click on, you can even do less. So we can do 0.5. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, this will work just fine. We'll click swap. We'll click confirm swap. So you need to make sure that you have some AVAX in here in order to go ahead and cover the fee. So again, if you need to get AVAX into your particular MetaMask, then you can use something like Binance and just transfer it into your MetaMask. And if you need more help, I would recommend joining my Discord, and you could just ask questions. I'll make Loom videos for you if you need them and whatnot. So if you really need help, you can't figure it out, I'll actually send you some AVAX, again, depending on how many views this video gets. If there's 100,000 people that join my Discord, I don't have, $100,000 just to be sending away. But if you really need help, there's not a lot of views on this video, just come into Discord. I'm sure somebody, and I hope that myself or somebody can just send you $1 on AVAX just to help you out. So I'm trying to build that type of community. Links in the description. So now let's just say you have your AVAX and you have your warped ETH. Now what? Well, you want to keep the warped ETH up here. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and just click on time. You're going to change this to time. And let's say you want to spend all of your Ethereum that you sent over to your AVAX wallet and you want to buy time. So just click there, make sure you have some AVAX or Avalanche token inside of your wallet to cover the gas fee. Click swap, click confirm swap. Right over here, we could see that the gas fee is literally nothing. Click confirm. And within a few seconds, it'll go ahead and just, it's like pending right here, but it will go ahead and approve the transaction because it does not take long. It's one of the perks of the Avalanche network. So once it goes ahead and clears, it goes from pending to confirmed, we're going to be able to stake it inside of Wonderland. So there we go. It completed. And what we're going to do here is we're going to refresh, because you see it says your balance, it says 0 time. But what we're going to do here is we're going to click refresh here. So we're going to click refresh, and it should say how much time you have now. So you can also see in your wallet, you can cross-reference this in your assets. You see it's 0.008 time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on max, or if it says stake time, you might have to approve it first. Actually, you do have to approve it first, but I already approved it. So I'm going to click stake time after I click max, and I'm just going to click confirm. It's going to say pending. It's going to go ahead and stake that time for me. Now you're going to notice it says MEMO, right? MEMO. What you're going to do for MEMO, so again, it just successfully staked. So if I refresh again, right? If I refresh, so now I have 0 time and it's all inside of my staked balance. If I wanted to unstake, I can click unstake, click max, and just click unstake time and confirm it, and I get all that time. So it shows MEMO right over here, right? So what you're going to want to do is inside of your MetaMask, you're going to want to import MEMO. So I'm going to provide you the MEMO address that you can use to import inside of your token, because it was a little weird for me to find. I had to jump through some hoops and look at the actual chain to get the token. So I'll provide the MEMO address down below, and also a site where you can see the address at the top, the official address for anybody who wants to cross-reference it. So once you have all of that there, you can go ahead and just click, and by the way, it says your stake balance, it'll say MEMO. You can click max, and then you'll be able to unstake time. So you could see that these are your rewards, okay, and the rewards 7 hours, 4 minutes till the next rebase. So next reward yield, After the 7 hours, 4 minutes is up, it'll go ahead and add this reward amount to my staked balance, and it'll keep compounding. And you can see the ROI over 5 days. The APY will fluctuate, but that's essentially, long story short, exactly how you stake and unstake. So when you want to sell, by the way, I know a lot of people haven't talked about this, you would go to traderjoexyz.com and you would just swap, you would have a time balance here. And what you would do is you'd click on AVAX, okay? So let's see here. Let me just go, yep, AVAX right here. You would just click on max time, and then whatever amount you have, just wait, because it'll probably say insufficient liquidity for this trade. Just give it like a minute, less than a minute, and then it'll appear saying, oh, okay, great, you have this amount that you can get in AVAX. Now, I don't know if you can get it in wETH or anything else like that. I'm just gonna get mine when I unstake it back into AVAX. So with that being said, that's exactly how you stake and earn rewards on time. And time is booming right now. I mean, we're just maybe it's up, maybe it's down, who knows. So, okay, in the last hour, it's up 1.9%. When I bought it yesterday, it was at 8.9, 9.1, something like that. And earlier today, I bought it at 9.3, and I just keep allocating some more funds here. Now, full disclosure, I do own time, and I have roughly $6,400 or $6,500 staked in time right now, because if it all works out and everything holds steady, that means I'll have $4.7 million in about a year. So let's just hope this is legitimate and this doesn't crash and burn. Highly speculative? Yes. Will it work? Who knows? I'm not telling you to do anything, not financial advice. Join the Discord, subscribe, smash a like if you want more tutorials and more hidden gems like this. But with that being said, my name's Dan from the Hidden Gem Network. I hope you learned a lot, and I'll see you on the other side. Catch you in Discord.